You are going to die. Everyone is going to die. Not eventually, not someday. And it is already happening. Right now, as you watch this, millions of your cells are dying. Your body is in a constant war between life and death. And one day, life will lose. When that happens, your body does not simply stop. It begins a process, a precise, unstoppable biological process. And what happens to you in the hours, days, and weeks after you die will disturb you. In this video, we are going to talk about what happens to your brain in the final 10 seconds of life, what your body does to itself in the first 3 minutes after death, why your muscles lock completely rigid and turn your body into a statue, what your blood does when your heart stops beating, how the bacteria living inside you right now will one day consume you from the inside out, and the part nobody ever talks about, what your body gives back to the world after you are gone. Stay until the end, because the last part will change how you think about being alive. Blott knows exactly what happens. The moment your heart stops, your brain has approximately 10 seconds of oxygen left. 10 seconds. In those 10 seconds, your brain does something extraordinary. It fires every neuron it has left, all at once. Scientists believe this final surge may be what people experience as a near-death experience. The white light, the feeling of peace, the life flashing before your eyes, all of it happening inside a dying brain in under 10 seconds. Then the brain goes dark and the process begins. Within the first 3 minutes, your cells begin to eat themselves. This is called autolysis. Without oxygen, your cells release enzymes. Those enzymes begin dissolving the cell walls from the inside. Your body begins digesting itself. The same process your stomach uses to digest food is now being used on you. Also, within the first few minutes, your muscles begin to relax completely. Every muscle, including the ones that control your bladder and bowels. The body empties itself completely. This is why morticians exist. Between 2 and 6 hours after death, something strange happens to your muscles. They lock. This is called rigor mortis. Without oxygen, your muscles cannot release the proteins that allow them to relax, so they stay contracted permanently. Your entire body becomes completely rigid, like a statue made of flesh. This rigidity starts in the face, then spreads down through the neck, the chest, the arms, the legs, until the entire body is completely frozen in whatever position it was in when death occurred. Rigor mortis lasts approximately 72 hours. Then the muscles relax again, because decomposition has begun. At the same time, rigor mortis is setting in, something else is happening to your blood. Without a beating heart, your blood stops moving, and gravity takes over. Your blood sinks to the lowest parts of your body and stains the skin from the inside. This is called livor mortis. The skin turns dark purple wherever the blood has pooled. Forensic scientists use this to determine how long a person has been dead and what position the body was in when death occurred. Now comes the part most people cannot bring themselves to think about. Decomposition. Your body contains trillions of bacteria. While you are alive, your immune system keeps them under control. The moment you die, the immune system shuts off, and the bacteria that kept you alive begin eating you, starting with your intestines, then spreading to every organ, every tissue, every part of you. As this happens, gases build up inside your body. Your body bloats. The smell that comes from this process is one of the most overwhelming smells known to science. It is so distinct, trained dogs can detect a decomposing body buried under 15 feet of soil. And underwater, within days, insects arrive. Flies detect the smell within minutes of death. They lay eggs, those eggs become larvae within hours, and the larvae consume soft tissue at a rate that can skeletonize a human body in weeks. But here is the part nobody talks about. Your death feeds everything around you. Every nutrient in your body returns to the soil. The nitrogen in your muscles feeds plant roots. The calcium in your bones strengthens new growth. The carbon in your cells becomes part of the atmosphere. You do not disappear when you die. You become everything around you. The tree outside your window may contain carbon from a person who died 100 years ago. The air you are breathing right now contains atoms that once belonged to every human being who has ever lived. Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, every person you have ever loved who is gone, you have already breathed them in. you will die. Everything you own will belong to someone else. Everything you built will eventually be forgotten. Everyone who remembers your name will also die. And eventually, it will be as if you never existed. This is not meant to frighten you. This is just what is true. But here is what else is true. Right now, you are alive. Your brain is firing 86 billion neurons. Your heart has beaten approximately 2.5 billion times since you were born without being asked, without stopping, without you even noticing. You are a temporary arrangement of atoms that somehow became aware of its own existence. That has never happened before in exactly the way it is happening in you, and it will never happen again. What you do with the time between now and that moment is the only question that has ever mattered. Subscribe so you don't miss our next video.